Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Sustainability Network. I am Shruti Harihara Subramanian, and I am the founder of KoliSodaStore.com. Today, we are going to meet Fakra, who is the founder of Mitti Se. I think the name Mitti Se itself is so beautiful. It means from the earth, and it beautifully encompasses everything that we believe in sustainability, taking from the earth and hopefully giving back as well. And Mitti Se has a wide range of products for personal care and home care. And my initial chat over the phone with Fakra, she came through as the most calm, uh, most very contained and very she had this very positive vibe, and I think the brand also has the same vibe. Because when you go through their website, there are some beautiful things about Mitti Se that is very soulful, that goes beyond just being sustainable or eco-friendly, beyond just the physical things about sustainability. So I really look forward to talking to Fakra today. Meanwhile, for those of you who are new to the Sustainability Network, let me just quickly tell you that Koli Soda has been working with over 50 brands since 2013, and we've been now for the last few weeks meeting some of the brands and partners that we've been associated with, understanding their values, their philosophy, and growing together. I mean, understanding and working together, and hopefully spreading the word about sustainability through the Sustainability Network. And for those of you who are interested or have questions to ask, feel free to ask us over chat. We would love to answer you. And especially today, it's all about personal care. It's about the home care. I'm sure Fakra will tell us about the harmfulness of most of the products that are at home, which we actually think it's safe, which is for our safety or for keeping us clean, but it harms us and harms the planet. So there is a lot to personal care and home care which many of us are unaware of, and I look forward to understand it better through Fakra. So let me invite Fakra to our chat. We're waiting. This is going to take a few minutes. Yes. Hi, Fakra.
Hi, Shruti. How are you?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Nice
great.
meeting you.
Yeah, thanks. Same here. Same here.
So you are based out of Lucknow, right?
No, our factory is in Lucknow. I am in Hyderabad. So two
Okay.
of us work from Hyderabad while our factory and head office is in Lucknow.
Okay, good to know. So I was just telling
Yeah,
our viewers about how the brand name Mitti Se itself is so beautiful. I think it totally like encompasses everything that we believe in sustainability.
right.
And your
Yes.
website actually had a lot more things to it, and it was very soulful and very honest, I felt. And in
Mm-hmm.
fact, through our conversation, I might be changing my regular format a bit just to ask
Okay,
you pointers from your website so that you can elaborate more on what you mean by certain terms that you had mentioned in the website. But
definitely.
before I
Yes.
go to that, let me start with the regular question about how did the journey of Mitti Se happen?
I think as with lot many journeys, we don't really know when it starts. So it'll be going on, people will be on their own path and they'll be kind of uh, trying to see things, understand a lot of things, and then a lot of people who have similar kind of views will get together and the idea will develop into
Yes.
whatever, a brand or a revolution, anything. So I think that is how Mitti Se also began. My sister, who's younger to me, she's in Lucknow. She's the one who's heading the manufacturing unit and takes care of, the making of all the products and all that. So she was the one who actually started at a very small level.
Okay.
And that is how it began. And it at that time it was not called Mitti Se. So we just began, and then I also got together, two more people, my husband, her husband, we all got together, and then more people joined. So that is how it began. And basically the whole idea behind why we started was, we were like really, really struggling with not having chemical free or natural things in our daily life. And whichever they were, either they were very, very expensive, or they were just claiming that they are natural, but they were not. So that is how we actually started, making one product and then more, and then, distributed it among friends and they liked it. So that's how it just step by step it began.
No, I think what you said is so true, because I also believe the universe works together to take us onto a certain
Exactly.
path. So even
Yeah,
for
yeah,
us
yeah.
at Goli Soda itself, it all happened at a
Hmm.
point where, as you said, I personally
Yeah.
started meeting like-minded people out of nowhere. They just came,
Ha.
and we had this whole discussion about sustain. At that point, it was not, sustainability was still a new word, but it was more about eco-friendly and how to lead an eco-friendly life. You know, there was such
Yeah.
conversation,
Yes,
and
yes.
suddenly, all of a sudden, I'll bump into somebody else in the most strange place, and we'll have similar conversations, and that finally inspired
Okay.
us to start doing soda as well. So I'm glad to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that our paths or our belief is similar in that sense. So
Yeah, yes,
good to
yes.
know. And since you said, you were saying you believe that many natural products were not truly natural, or there were hardly any
Yes,
chemical-free products, and that's how it started. So
right.
I guess that sort of brings us to the philosophy of your brand, and that's where I'm coming in to
Hmm.
list out some of the beautiful things that you had mentioned in that. But of course, one thing
Hmm.
that I loved, which I immediately grasped my eyes, was the word intuitive. One of your philosophy of
Okay.
Metis is intuitive. So why do you say your brand is intuitive?
Yeah. Uh, there are many levels of, why we say that. There are many levels on how it applies to Mitti Se. It is on personal level too. And even the way we started and we continue to do that, we don't plan it like as such, the jo hota hai na, like
Mhm.
corporate planning and very properly 5-year plan. We don't really do that. I don't mean to say that it is not important, but we do at some level, but we don't focus all our energies on totally on planning. It is more of being in the moment, being totally present, and even while making a product, the person, his name is Fez. He is the one who's extremely intuitive. That word actually is for him, I would say.
Okay.
So when he makes a product, or if you talk to him, and when he would be, let's make something like this and I can use this or that, it'll as if something is just coming to him. Some It's very
Energy
strange.
above. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, yes. So it is not that we study or research, though of course those inputs would be there, studying, looking at other things, how, what ingredient is, what it does and all that. But I would say what I feel is that intuitiveness is at the background, or the overwhelming thing which goes into a product. And sometimes it is very, very simple, a very, very simple ingredient. When it comes into in interesting proportion with other things, it just forms an amazing product. So yeah, so basically I would say that
I
kind of
think it
sums
also
up.
is part of the whole universe telling us the conversation that we had just before
Yeah,
about the universe leading
yeah,
us to a path. So
exactly.
that's why I think that word really caught my eyes. Of course,
Hmm.
you say it's vegan. We all know what vegan is.
Yeah.
You say it's authentic, no chemicals. That's obvious.
Yes,
It's
yes,
sustainable. Again, it's very obvious. But there are few things, again,
yeah,
you mentioned no secret ingredients. And why would
yes,
you say
yes.
that?
Um, I would say there are many products. I mean, mostly home care and personal care, even others, even food products. where there would be, I'm just giving you in one example, where there would be a base of, like, for example, a shampoo, 95% would be a base, in which whether we put some aroma or we put something, any extract or some essential oil, it could be natural, it could be again synthetic. So they don't really talk about what the base is. What is it about? Is it a synthetic? It is a chemical, or it is a gel? They'll only write about some important ingredients like neem shampoo or something, hibiscus, something they'll say. So while when we make anything, even we don't actually put any synthetic base or a chemical base, that is one. And whatever we put is all on the labels and all on the website. So there is nothing which is hidden. Okay, some base is there and we are not telling, or some ingredient or some chemical. We just put every single thing that we put in it. People can even actually go ahead and make it. So in fact, it would make us happy if they do it. Because so we
I
list
think that
everything.
brings us to another point where we were discussing, somebody might feel they're buying something natural or organic, but if they're buying, say, a liquid-based product or a gel-based product, it can't be truly natural, because you were saying something regarding that. So I would, could you just explain to our audience about that?
So all these liquid products which are, liquid or gel-based or a lotion-based, they cannot have a shelf life of even 2-3 days, beyond 2-3 days. We have to put chemicals in it, preservatives, some heavy preservatives and chemicals to be able to make them stay for 1 year or 2 years or even more. So though on the label it will be said natural and all, green color would be there, leaves will be there, and big words will say, okay, it is totally natural, no chemicals, all that. But it is just not possible. Even, I mean, if you whoever cooks or would know, anything liquid, if you just keep it out, it'll go bad, it'll just rot. So we have to put chemicals. And while at Mitti Se, when we realized that, while we were trying to come up with products, we realized that this is not possible. So we came up with new strategies, so you will see that all our products are either powder based or oil based, because they work as self-preservatory. They are in their own self, and we put neem or some other ingredients which kind of on their own they preserve, and they don't let the bacteria germinate. So that is, we actually, I would also add that there are even certifications which permit certain chemicals. I mean, those certifying agencies which permit certain chemicals to a limit, we don't even put those. We just don't put any preservative at all, because we are very, very strict. And the reason is that though it may be 1% or 2% in that product, and it may not harm the person's skin or hair, but if you go back, you'll see the manufacturing of that particular preservative or chemical would have caused a lot of harm while in the process of making that.
Yes.
So why should we feed into or encourage that industry which is making preservative, even if we use 1%?
Yes.
So that was the reason.
Well, that's very well put, because many are unaware of this fact. They think, okay, I bought a shampoo, it's organic or it's natural. But there is still that secret ingredient that you mentioned. There is a little chemical that many of them don't know. So I think that way, picking up a Mitti Se brand, you don't have to think twice. I'm sure you can just blindly trust you and pick it up, because you've proved it with your product. It's a powder or an oil. You don't have anything else. So in that way, I think you have really built the trust of your customers through that. The other thing that you had mentioned is minimalism. That is another philosophy, which is like the prime thing that everybody is now talking about when it comes to sustainability. But how is Mitti Se being minimalistic?
Again, that is also on various levels. I will just give you a couple of examples. One is that we are not trying to, come up with a whole lot of products like, face wash for dry skin, oily skin, men, women, young people, mature skin. We can have, there's a huge market for that, but we don't want to do that. In fact, we are questioning that whole idea of having so many products for, so-called different needs. While in nature, we realize that many natural things, if you use them properly, they in fact balance your skin. If your skin is oily, it can make it normal. If it is dry, it can make it normal again. So we don't really have to use those products, different products for different skin types. So yeah, even our face wash can be used in many ways. As I said, oily, dry, normal, acne prone, all kinds of things, men, women, young, even children, and mature skin. So it works on all levels. It can be used as a mask, it can be used as a scrub also. It depends on how you use it. We have all listed on the website, and it's a very dynamic kind of a product. So we are trying to make many products in that philosophy. You just get one product and use at various levels, and take care of various needs.
So that's why I think you've also
that
mentioned one of your philosophy is multifunctional.
yeah, yes.
Okay.
So yes, so and even the way we make it, we process them very, very minimally. Even if you see our hair oil, you'll see there are whole herbs in it. We don't, try to boil them or powder them a lot, or strip out some things and keep one thing. We try to. That is the reason why the Mitti Se name also signifies, which is like directly from Mitti Se, as direct as we can be. So without getting too much intervention into nature, as direct as possible, we are keeping our products close to nature. So that is again, that in processing, minimalism is also there in processing.
Because most times there are a lot of wastage that happens during such process, right? And I think that we can come to that other aspect that we were discussing some time ago about water being sparingly used as well, or maybe the reason why liquid based products are also not used is because it requires a lot more water in its manufacturing. So could you tell us about that as well?
Our manufacturing entire process is like zero water. We don't use any water in any of the product. It is, as I said, oil based, or we just powder things. Of course, some amount of washing will be there, but it is very, 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 very minimal. And that too, we reuse it. We can put it in plants and or just let in the earth. It is not like really those effluents and bad waste. It doesn't come from our factory. So it is zero waste and zero water manufacturing at that manufacturing end, and also while using, like our dishwash powder, laundry detergent, even the floor cleaner, you have to use very, very little water, and the water that is used, you can put in plants. It can be easily reused. So if you start using the dishwash powder, you will see, because in the Pril and Vim, those regular mainstream dishwash bars, you keep washing the utensil, that stickiness will be there of the chemical. That soapy feeling will be there. While our dishwash powder, you'll see that it immediately gets out, because there's no chemical in it. It is just there's a many powders and herbs in it.
There's no artificial lather that we need to spend water into.
Exactly. Yes.
So as I'm talking to you, so what's beautiful about Mitti Se, it's not about just from the earth. Your brand is also very Indian, because a lot of our old philosophy of using powder for bathing and all those using soap nuts for your hair or washing. I think a lot of those Indian philosophy has also been incorporated into the manufacturing process or into your brand. So I like that fact. very Indian. You're not borrowing from somewhere else or importing some other material that is not available in India. It's all from, again, Indian
Hmm.
source. So even in that sense, I
Yeah,
find it
yeah,
very sustainable. So
yeah.
again, then other beautiful thing that you mentioned about your brand is that you're body positive, that you don't encourage.
Hmm.
So could you tell us about, I mean, very few brands actually uh,
Huh.
mention that fact, but you are
Hmm.
probably proud and brave to mention that fact that we are definitely body support that.
Yeah, yeah. So initially when we started, there were many people who started asking us, do you have a skin whitening cream? And we somehow didn't want to have that cream, because it is, again, I mean, it is very, very it is definitely body shaming, as you know, anti-aging, slimming, whitening, skin whitening. So we would never create those creams or formulations, and we would rather focus on being healthy, having a healthy skin, and being proud of what you are, taking care of yourself in, natural ways, and not. So yeah, that is the whole idea about it. And uh, we have a serum, which, like face serum. Usually, face serums, people look for anti-aging purposes, but it is really good. It makes your skin healthy. It makes it, glow, and all that it does. It takes the cell it works at a cellular level. So some people may see it as an anti-aging, but it actually doesn't work in that sense. We don't project it in that
It's
way
just
because we
keeping
don't
your
want to
skin
do that.
healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that is the purpose for it. Yes.
So
So a
that's
lot of people, when we sometimes do ad, or write about it, about people, even some people who are into marketing, we will be meeting them. They'll focus on that a lot. Why don't you put anti-aging on this name? It will sell a lot. Just put skin whitening in this. And we say, no, we don't want to do it. Similarly, in the hair oil, our hair oil can be reused. Like, you can put oil again once the oil is
okay.
over. Yeah. So one marketing guy we met, he said, don't write that. People should buy more and more of your hair oil, you know, and you are actually not letting them buy. You're saying you put your own oil in it. And so, yeah, those things are there. And we
So
still
that's
say
the
that
thing
we
about
don't want
running
to.
a sustainable business, because many of our
Hmm,
values
hmm.
conflict with the mainstream business values.
Yeah,
So I think
true,
that
true.
businesses like ours need to set a new trend about how we can make sustainable products, yet run a sustainable business as well. Because running a
Exactly. Yes,
sustainable business is also part of being sustainable, providing good
definitely.
employment and
Yeah.
everything. So
Yes,
I
yes, yes.
personally, for Goli Soda too, there are a lot of such conflicts. There have been brands that come up to us and they say, "Oh, this will do well," or
Hmm,
this does well," but we still don't feel good about picking such products because we feel it doesn't
hmm,
truly gel with our value systems. But what
hmm,
I
hmm, hmm.
feel is that if our customers like our product, they will come back. So we don't really
Hmm,
need
hmm.
to, market it for them to. Maybe yes, the first push might be difficult for us to make
Yeah,
them switch to something. But once they have tried it and are satisfied with it, they will truly come. So
yes,
so our
yeah, yeah,
our strength is our products. So I think they will speak for
yeah,
themselves. That's what I believe.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yes, yes.
talking about a brand being sustainable, you of course have mentioned many points within that, like multifunctional, no animal testing, conserving water, chemical free, biodegradable, because I'm assuming
Hmm.
everything is natural. So even if you throw it, it
Yeah,
comes back. But
yes.
the other good thing about Metise is that, which most other many products don't focus on, is the packaging. So tell us
Hmm,
about the
hmm.
packaging, because I know they are eco-friendly packaging, because there are brands
Yeah.
that are good for yourself but not good for the planet. But
Hmm,
you
hmm, hmm.
have made sure that it's good for both of us. So can you talk to us about that?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. So Initially, we also used to carry in plastic bottles, and we were very, very unhappy about it. Because it took a lot of time for us to, come up with some which bottles, and a lot of issues are there. The lids will be not tight, the inner cap will
Costing.
not be. Lot of issues. In costly, it will be. The couriering would be tough. You have
Yeah.
to have outer packaging. Many, many things are there to take care. It is quite challenging, and heavy glass is heavy too. So courier cost will be high, and at
Chances of
that time we
breakage.
though, yeah, breakage will be more.
Mm.
So, though we were always on this path, that we have to get totally eco-friendly, it took us some time to be able to do that. But yeah, now actually I would say that 95% of our things are eco-friendly, totally glass, and totally we have no
Carbon.
plastic at all.
Yes,
Yeah, or
I
paper
right
or.
now have your dishwash powder sitting in my kitchen, and
Okay,
I love
okay,
the fact
okay.
that the dabba is not
Yes,
plastic, but it's a nice cardboard box. I
yeah.
know I can send it for recycling or composting after use.
Yes.
So I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
it's a thing that many brands need to start. Even chemical based brands, I feel, should start focusing on their packaging,
Hmm.
because the amount of
Hmm.
harm
Hmm.
they're doing to the planet is just unbelievable. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you've started
Yeah.
focusing on that. So,
Yeah.
what is your R&D process? I know a lot of it you've mentioned is intuitive, but who is behind it
Yes.
besides Faiz? Uh, do you
Yeah.
take some, go back to some old books or talk to people about their home, whatever remedies kind of thing, or what is your process, R&D process?
So I would say it would be a lot of passion and that interest in, coming up with amazing products which are, of course, chemical free at the same time effective. Because I mean, we also came across many brands or some products which were completely natural, but they were not effective. So there are some flow cleaners or something which don't really do a good job. Uh, so yeah, a lot of passion for making a good product, and of course,
So, are
with
you
passion comes a lot of
personally
research.
involved in trying them or giving the ideas, or all of you together sit on it? How
To
is it?
some extent, but in our team, Faz is the person who's the chief formulator of these products. He
Okay.
takes care of, but yeah, will be giving some ideas and thinking about it, brainstorming. But he's the one who basically is in charge, and the credit of making all this product goes to him basically. These amazing things, yeah.
So once you bring out a first formulation, do you all try it
Yes,
at home,
yeah,
or do you
yeah, we do
distribute
that.
it to a few people, or how is the process?
So first of all, we try it on ourselves, and we give
Okay.
it to our close family and friends, and even some customers whom we trust and who trust us, so that they can give us good feedback and authentically tell us candidly, okay, this is not working or working out. So yeah, it takes a lot of time, and we have to do shelf testing as well. We
Yes.
keep it for some time, keep it in different kind of situations, humid. All testing is to be done, whether in this box, that box, how tight the lid is. All kinds of things are needed. So it takes a lot of time, months to a year, to come up with a product.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what about the sourcing process? Because a part of being sustainable is to ethically source the ingredients. So,
Yes.
what is the process for that?
We have, even when before we started Mitti Se, we knew a lot of people and farmers who were living a sustainable or a very, very natural life. They would have their own farms. Some people who are in our circle actually have their own forest farm. It's like a jungle. They've let it
Okay.
grow as a jungle.
Okay.
So some of they are in our circle, and we trust them. Like, we know them for like 10, 15 years now, and we source products from them. Uh, or there are some vendors who actually grow things, and we buy from them. So we
Are
know
they
all of these
across
people.
India or in and around Lucknow alone?
It is across India.
Okay.
Yeah, because some of the ingredients will not be grown in a northern area. So some we have to source from southern places, or even northeastern Ladakh we get some things from. But mostly we try to be as close as towards to northern area, so that this whole angle of transporting and all is minimized.
So just for audience who are new to your brand, could you just roughly list out some of the popular products in your catalog and your future plans? What is in the anvil? What are you testing right now? What can we expect soon out of BTC?
Okay. So some of our best sellers are the flow cleaner, which is made of essential oils. The detergent is also one of a good seller. And in body care products, face wash, hair oil, and some oils we have like almond oil, argan oil. These are they sell quite well. Even our shampoo is quite nice.
So when you
People
say
really like
shampoo,
it
it's a
because
powder shampoo, right?
yeah, it is in dry form, and it comes in a bottle, and it is just partially filled. The powder is partially filled, and you have to mix water, and it will make 200 ml liquid, and
Okay.
then you can just keep it and wash with that.
Oh, because it's very different
And
from the other shampoo powder-based
hmm,
hair washes in the market, because that you usually take a little in a bowl, then you mix water and then you
yeah,
put it like a paste. But this
huh,
would be more in a liquid form once you put water, right?
yeah, you can use it that way too, as you are explaining.
Okay.
No, like take some and put it. Some people like to do that way,
Okay.
so it can work both ways. Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Mhm.
Yeah, so new products, we are trying to come up with a good toilet cleaner, a flow cleaner, because that is also something which has uh, a huge lot of toxic
Yes.
chemicals in it. So we are trying to have a good replacement. And the other things are, some organic cotton baby clothing,
Oh,
or for
lovely.
mothers too. Yeah, so
Okay.
we are working on it. Uh,
Too
yeah,
bad
because
my
we just
child is
feel that,
already 1 year old. Otherwise, I could have bought you the same products for you.
okay, yeah, so your child can still use them. I mean,
Okay.
because it is, baby skin for at least 7-8 years is very, very soft,
No,
and
so till
it,
what
it
age group are you looking at baby products?
we are still kind of finalizing, but it will be for children like toddlers.
Okay,
Uh,
so we
for
still have
now,
to wait.
maybe, yeah. So towels and some night clothes, night wear,
Very
because
nice.
that time body is, in a healing process, and if
Yes,
some chemical clothes or bleached cotton is touching your body, is
yes.
not nice. So even for mother, we are thinking of, having some uh, things for the mother, because baby is very close to the mother at that time when she's young. So yeah,
So we
still
look
kind of
forward to having
on.
those products in Goli
Yeah,
Soda.
thanks.
So Fakra, it was a very, very soulful conversation, I would say, with you. Very, very different from
Mhm.
the others I've been having. So just before I wind up, I want to ask an
Yes,
usual question that I'm asking everybody about how
yes.
this lockdown has treated you. All of us have gone through uh, different thoughts during this process. Our lifestyle
Hmm.
has gone through changes. It's made us think in a positive
Hmm.
way or maybe not. But it is truly a transformational stage right now for all of us, whether it's
Yeah.
professionally or personally. So how is it being for you?
I think mixed, as you are saying, that it has some of it has been very, very challenging, whether it at home front or at business front. Having no maid, having a small baby, and business, which at some point when there was a total lockdown and no courier services were working, we had no orders coming at all. So, but after some time, when it opened up, uh, it was actually I saw that many more people, new customers were coming on our website and inquiring about our products. So I see a trend in people of being, taking a more conscious choice, buying choices. And so many people are switching to or considering something more natural because of these whole, what Earth is going through, the whole world is going through. So that was really nice. But yeah, I was also thinking, okay, I mean, as people, we have to be pushed so much in the corner to realize those things. I wish it was not so bad, but anyway, that's how it is. And about some challenges, I think uh, these vendors whom we get products from or the ingredients from, it was very tough because all was closed and we were not able to get our raw materials. And though people were asking, the people were interested, customers wanted to buy, but even now we have some things out of stock because things are just not available. Yeah, and one thing on personal front, that minimalism, though I have always been, interested in that philosophy, I got much more committed to that at a much more deeper level.
Pardon me,
The way
kind of
I,
lost you in between. What philosophy were you saying?
I'm saying the minimalism philosophy.
Yes. Okay. True.
At a personal front, I would say it. I got more committed to it.
Okay.
Whether it is while cooking or how I, my daily life, how I go around, it just came to a different level of how to work at a much more minimal level, time wise, things wise,
maybe
efficiency. Exactly. Yes. How many steps you do to reach one level. Yes. So and even these days I have also been going through a much more inner work. For some reason I got more inner work to be able to do. So that is also amazing, though when I had a lot of time I was not doing it. When maids were coming or my nanny was there, but now there is nothing and I am able to do my meditation and all those things. So I think that is interesting how it is making people go inwards, be more sensitive, conscious. Yeah.
Yes. Good to know, Fakra, because this is one of the reasons why we are also doing this talk. I think all of us are going through similar things, and many of them who probably had questions or sustainability or were in doubt about how to make a change from here on. This is a good transition period for many to take that next step. So that is why we are having these conversations and hoping that people get inspired to lead, because one can never be 100% sustainable in this day and age. It's very difficult. So it's always a work in progress. Even for people like you and me, there are so many changes that we can still do. So I think that is the reason why, even for me personally, meeting so many people, it's kind of opening up my mind as well. And I'm hoping this conversation will also help our viewers to take the next step in having a sustainable life. So thank you so much, Fakra. It's been one of I felt it was a very soulful conversation, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and hope to see you soon, sometime in a better situation. And take care, and love to your family and your team. Thank you.
Thanks, Shruti. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Bye.